Coffer.
Getting beds, hearts and bucks talking in the afternoon.
BBC Three Counties Radio.
Very dodgy moment here in the studio. You know how sportsmen and sportswomen are told not to accept any substances from anyone in case they're illicit substances. David Lloyd, who's just joined the studio, has just handed me... David, what is this?
It's half medicine, half menthol.
And 100% legal?
Totally.
It's sort of...
I've had 3 and I'm fine.
It's a very strange colour. It's sort of like a cola colour on one half and like a mint colour on... Is this going to make my cold feel a lot better?
It'll be gone within minutes.
Within seconds? Well, I'm going to have to... I think have a little go at that during the next song. So, joining me in the studio are David, Shaq, Loreen, Laura and Matt. A very good afternoon, a big one, Lauren. A very good afternoon to you all. It's very good to have you all in the studio.
Thank you.
We're talking not about the new Generation Youth Theatre, that's a different Generation Youth Theatre. No, we're talking about the Next Generation Youth Theatre, which was created by David and Laura. We'll have plenty of time to talk about what it is you do and why you do it. Laura, tell me why you created the group.
Basically, I mean, I've been teaching in and around... Well, I've been teaching for over 10 years now. I've been teaching in Luton for the last year or so, and I just felt like I wanted to create something new, something different for the young people in Luton, and that was affordable and fun, about building confidence and also giving them the opportunity to experience sort of new, fresh sort of styles and contemporary sort of performance techniques, as opposed to just your usual sort of musical theatre, because there's a lot of musical theatre type drama schools, dance schools around, and we wanted to concentrate on something that was a little bit different, but also listening to what the students want and what the young people want, and working from there.
This is a subject which is very close to my heart, I have to say, because, David, I do believe that music and culture is at the heart of any community, and it's one of the if I say easiest glues, I'm not saying your job is easy, but it's one of the quickest remedies of gluing together and of cohesion through art and performance.
Definitely. I've worked in Luton for sort of five years now, with a lot of different young people, and excuse me already. I'm needing one of your...
You need one of these. They're half medicine and half...
No, for me, the one time I kind of see young people coming together the most and really getting that sense of being a team and being part of something is always through drama and music. The amount of productions, even sort of within schools in that context, when you've got 50 to 100 young people together, all kind of fighting for the same thing, wanting the same thing, it's fantastic and it's really rewarding.
And just from a self-esteem standpoint, to do something and to do it well is very, very important. And Shaq and Lauren and Matt are going to tell us all about what they get out of being part of the Next Generation Youth Theatre after the news headlines at 2:30. You can all now sit down for a few moments. You're standing up, huddled around microphones. You can take a break for a few minutes. This is the Pet Shop Boys. We'll get some travel for you as well. And we'll come back with David, Shaq, Lauren, Laura and Matt. They are the Next Generation Youth Theatre. I'm feeling much better since I've had Next Generation Youth Theatre in my studio, mainly because of the lozenge that I'm not joking, David. It has actually unblocked me. It's quite remarkable. I'm almost feeling perky and well, obviously severe man flu, David. You'll understand that, David.
Totally. Oh, it's man flu.
Because you've got a bit of serious man flu as well yourself, haven't you?
It's game over for me.
Laura, how serious is his man flu?
Oh, it's been very horrendous. Yeah, it's
almost hospitalised.
Oh, basically, yeah. Sleeping all the time. I've had to run around after him making chicken soup. So
Standard.
sick. So very, very sick.
I think it's important to point out there are 4 men in the studio and 2 women, so we can stand
winning.
up. Yes, we're winning the man flu stakes. We're here to talk about the Next Generation Youth Theatre, a nicer bunch of people you couldn't hope to have in the studio. David, Shaq, Lauren, Laura and Matt. Laura, you told us briefly before the news headlines why you set up NGYT. Well, what's your history? What's your training?
Well, I've been dancing since the age of 2, so that's quite a long time now.
28 years as of today. Rub it in, brilliant.
And I did all the sort of usual training. I did all my ballet exams up to majors, modern, tap, jazz, and then since then I went to university and I actually did a contemporary performance degree at the University of what is now the University of Bedfordshire. And that's where I really got into contemporary dance and contemporary sort of styles of performance. I also then was teaching while I was to subsidise my performing and my sort of work through and university. And then from that's sort of just that's how it's carried on. And I've done musical theatre teaching. I've worked with professional musical theatre companies as well as done my own contemporary dance performances.
When we say contemporary dance, are we talking about the kind of stuff you see on Britain's Got Talent, you know, with the large troops of 15 or 20 people dancing very synchronised?
That's like, I'd say that on Britain's Got Talent, things like diversity, it's like that's street. That's
what I meant.
Sort of comes under the umbrella term of street dance, and that is an umbrella term. There's all sorts of different styles of street, like you've got popping, locking, house, and loads of others as well. And we do.
I've never popped or locked.
we do commercial street. I'm not a popper or a locker particularly. We do commercial street at NGYT as well and I know like all my little ones absolutely love, like they love dancing to all the current like music, and that's what I do with all the little ones. It's about fun and having build their confidence.
It was interesting this morning on Jonathan Vernon Smith's show here on the station. They were talking about, is it possible to have healthy kids? Is it possible to stop kids putting on weight? With you doing classes for young kids, this is a great way of doing sport in large inverted commas without them realising they're doing sport.
Yeah, and it really does. I get like them, they're running around, they're doing stuff all the time, and they're active for 45 minutes when they're with me, and they're having a great time and just having fun. And you're right, they don't realise that what they're doing is actually, you know, really good and healthy for them, and that's an excellent thing.
David, you're a head of drama at a local school,
I am.
Formerly an actor. We've got two of you are 16, aren't you? One of you is 17. Three young people here in the studio. I suspect all of whom would like to make it into acting, and we'll talk to you all individually in a moment. But you've kind of done it and realised that it's not all that easy.
Yeah, I think that's the heart of it, really. But that would never stop me from deterring young people from following their dreams, really. My parents didn't stop me. We were realistic. I knew that it was a difficult industry to work in. And I don't think difficulty should be something that puts you off. I think NGYT is very much about getting our young people to be ambitious and to aspire. And if that means there's a lot of hurdles and barriers in the way, then you don't let them put you off. If you have a dream, then you keep going.
Shaq, you may elbow David to the right there, gently. What brought you to NGYT, Shaq?
I suppose it gave me something to do. Like, I could have gone down two paths with the way that I am now. Like, the group of friends that I was hanging around with before probably weren't the best friends to be hanging around with. So NGYT gave me a way out of that, I guess.
Isn't it brilliant, Lauren, how the creative arts and being part of a creative community can make such a difference to an individual's life?
Yeah, like it gives people a chance to express themselves and to just have fun with their friends and with people that enjoy the same things as them, so it's really good for everyone, really. Matt,
what are you getting out of being part of NGYT?
I say it all the time, and I've said it frequently to Laura and David, and I've said it to all my friends. I think NGYT is something more than just drama, dance and music. I use it, it's quite cheesy, but I say it's quite like a revolution. It's almost feel like we're going towards something bigger than just a performance on a stage. I mean, us as a family, rather than a group of actors, are working towards something which is going to help not just us but other people as well. Like R.I.P. Ned is us saying what we want to tell other generations.
Shaq, I get a sense that this sense of belonging, this sense of being part of a family, excuse me, that's your lozenge, David, I made it through until 2:45. I get a sense that this sense of belonging and being part of a community is one of the driving factors for you being involved.
Yeah, like with NGYT, because of our age groups are all the same, basically. So it's like we are one big family. Like, we all care for each other.
You look out for each other.
Yeah, we look out for each other and stuff like that. So
like a big family. Laura, you got some pretty impressive benefactors, or what's the word I'm looking for? Patrons. Thank you. As part of your organisation, haven't you?
Yeah, we're really lucky to have Colin Salmon, who's sketchy moment last night in the dance-off. But Colin Salmon, Jack Thorne, Neil Jackson. Jack has actually just won 2 BAFTAs. Am I right, David?
That's correct, yeah.
He was in my studio a couple of months ago.
Was he? Yeah. I'm hoping to have a couple of the patrons come down to the performance tomorrow to support them. I mean, Neil's in America, so I don't think he's going to make it over.
Tomorrow night at the Hat Factory, isn't it? We'll give out full details on that. You've got 2 choices, Shaq, Lauren and Matt. You can either perform the piece that you've got there, which you've written and brought in to do. You can do that now, or sing Laura Happy Birthday now. It's entirely up to you. We're going to do both. So which you want to do first?
Happy birthday.
Fair enough. We'll do a quick version of Happy Birthday, then off you go. This is for Laura.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Laura. Happy birthday to you.
She is so embarrassed. Okay, we'll come back and do. What's the piece called that we're going to do after the Lighthouse Family?
It's, the actual script is from a play that we've written called R.I.P. Ned. The piece you're going to hear is kind of like the prologue, and it's entitled, I suppose, Listen.
David, Shaq, Lauren, Laura and Matt are here from Next Generation Youth Theatre. Have you all been texting while you've been on the show? The reason I ask is my text screen is absolutely full of people who are either you or people who may well know you. Do we know Crystal and Alex?
We do.
Yes, they've said that it's an amazing opportunity for kids to perform at NGYT. Mark in Bletchley Towers. Hello, Mark. He says good luck to David, Lloyd and Laura and everyone at NGYT, and happy birthday to Laura. Apparently, because 2 people here who haven't put their name, don't know if they're mum and dad or not, but you've been nominated for a Pride in Luton Award, Laura.
Yeah, I have. The other day. I found out, got shortlisted.
Fantastic. I'm going to have to give you their phone number so you can tell me if they are mum and dad or not.
Yeah.
We've got Susan and Glyn in Spain. Do we know them?
They are my mum and dad.
Hello, mum and dad Lloyd. And another anonymous text saying happy birthday to Laura and hope the production goes amazingly well tomorrow night.
Nick Coffer.
On the BBC in Beds, Hearts and Bucks.
BBC Three Counties Radio.
Really enjoying having David, Shaq, Lauren, Laura and Matt in the studio, mainly because I'm really enjoying having so many names to reel off. It makes a big change, all from Next Generation Youth Theatre. David and Laura created it. Well, Laura created it, David's helping. It's Laura's full-time job, and hence why you've been nominated for a Pride in Luton Award. Shaq, Lauren and Matt are all part of the company, and tomorrow night you are performing...
R.I.P. Ned.
And this is an extract from it.
It is indeed, yeah.
Off you go.
We stand before you to ask.
No. Demand.
We stand before you to demand you hear us.
no, listen.
We stand before you to demand you listen to us. For we are tired of the same old stories
Of young Gories
told by media Tories who are fueled by false impressions told through Facebook sessions of teen misdemeanours where words come between us and where stories of glories of our so-called young Gories are kept from eyes. Instead, it's those we despise, dressed up in disguise.
as us.
You're blind to the stories we want you to see.
Deaf to the words we demand you to hear.
No,
Demand you listen.
Beautifully written. Who wrote it?
I wrote it, however, it was very much generated through workshops with the students and things that they were saying. It was quite an easy writing process, to be honest. We had a lot of workshops where things they would do would kind of inspire the writing process. So it was a lot easier than perhaps it kind of sounds, I think.
You've mentioned R.I.P. Ned. Have I said that right?
Yes.
Yes, R.I.P. Ned, which is showing tomorrow night. Obviously, that was part of it. What's it all about?
R.I.P. Ned is very much young people saying to adults and media who have negative misconceptions of what the youth of today are about, And it's kind of saying to them, hang on a second, we're not all like this one type of stereotype of hoods up, carrying knives. We're not all like that. And it's unfair that we're being portrayed in that way. So the whole piece is very much an answer to those people that think in that way.
This is happening tomorrow night. Where's it happening and how can we get tickets, Laura?
It's happening at the Hat Factory. It's actually sold out.
Okay.
So
Well done, you.
There are no tickets left now, unfortunately. But we're hoping to take it to the Welwyn Youth Theatre Festival. And then the next thing we're hoping to do is we've actually got someone from the Arts Council coming in. We're going to take it to the Brighton Fringe.
Well, your strapline is dance, act, have fun, be creative, build confidence and perform. That just about sums it up. I have to say, having seen Shaq and Lauren and Matt come in so enthusiastic about the work that you do at Next Generation Youth Theatre, those words I think sound very, very relevant indeed. Just looking at your programme of classes as well, what strikes me as well is it's not unreasonable. You're talking £4 for a 45-minute class, which is within the realms of reasonable.
Definitely. I think in comparison to a lot of dance classes and drama classes that are around, actually, I don't think there's anything that I know of that's any cheaper. So,
your website is
NGYT.co.uk.
www.NGYT, that stands for Next Generation Youth Theatre.co.uk. You're on Twitter at NGYT_UK, and on Facebook, just do a search for NGYT UK. You've got about 700 likers, haven't you, on Facebook?
On Twitter, we've got 700 followers. My Facebook skills are not quite as good as my Twitter skills. So I'd like some more Facebook likes, please.
Go and hunt out NGYT on Facebook and on Twitter. Shame you can't make the show tomorrow because it's sold out, but there'll be lots more events, so keep up to date on their website. And I have to say, it's been a real pleasure to have you all in. Such vibrant, articulate and frankly lovely guests. I wish you all the very, very best with your upcoming productions and your company.
Thank you.
David, thank you very much for the lozenges, which I have to say made it. Oh, and finally, happy birthday, Laura.
Thank you.